I lived right here in North Carolina, about 45 minutes up the road in a little town called Burlington, North Carolina. My brother lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's single. He lives in a downtown loft, makes a lot of money selling stuff. And he laughs at me because I live the leave it to beaver kind of life with my wife, 3 kids, and a dog. He tells me, he says, Patrick, I couldn't make it in Burlington, at least not while I'm single. I said, why not? He said, I'll give you 2 reasons. No P.F. Chang's. And at the time he told me that, no Starbucks. But yes, we finally now have a Starbucks. I know that sounds odd that a town would not have a Starbucks, but until a few years ago, we didn't have one. I was reading the newspaper one Saturday morning, and there was the headline as bright as Starbucks comes to Alamance County. Called my brother. I said, hey, Bubba, guess what? Yeah, we getting a Starbucks. What's that? Well, what do you mean I'm not ready for Starbucks? I know I buy my coffee from a gas station. I'll talk to you later. I hung up. He told me, he said, there's no way you're ready for Starbucks. I'd made it for 10 years in Nashville without paying $4 for a cup of coffee, but I was ready to evolve. So imagine my excitement when I'm driving down Church Street, Burlington, North Carolina, and I look over there, the old SunTrust Bank building used to be, and there it was, grand opening, Starbucks. I pulled my minivan into the parking lot. Don't you laugh at me. I pulled my minivan into the parking lot. I took those stairs 2 at a time. I ripped that door open, and I found myself standing in a line that extended all the way to the door. I stepped in line. Now I'm standing there in my blue jeans and ball cap. I'm surrounded by professionals, intellectuals, university students. And I started to feel a little bit out of place. But I knew that uncomfortable feeling would disappear with that first cup of Starbucks coffee. I got up to the counter, and there was the young lady behind the counter. She was hard to miss. She had earrings. She had a nose ring. She had a spike to her tongue. She looked up at me and she said, welcome to Starbucks. May I take your order, please? I said, say what? May I take your order, please? Oh, my order. Yeah, I'll have a cup of Starbucks coffee. What kind? Regular. What kind? And she pointed to a menu board above her head. Now that menu board was filled with a bunch of Italian words. Words like cappuccino, frappuccino, macchiato, late. Latte, I get it now, thank you. Now, I'd seen these words before, but I really didn't know exactly what they were, how they pertained to my coffee. I began to feel uncomfortable. Now, you students in the room, you've never experienced this, but your parents have. The first time, and I said, well, just give me a cap, a frap. Can't I just get a plain cup of coffee? Now, at that moment, she could have, with very minimal effort, turned me from a customer into a fan. If she had simply recognized this guy has no idea what he's doing. If she had simply said, let me be your guide. She would have created a lifelong customer. But instead, she chose to roll her eyes, make me feel silly. I said, can't I just get a plain cup of coffee? She turned around to a lonely urn on the counter behind. I call it the loser urn. She poured a cup, handed it to me, charged me $2.97. It tasted no better than the coffee I buy at Exxon. I went back to my office. I'm sipping on that coffee. And I've decided I'm not going to let her beat me. Next morning at 8 a.m., I show up at Starbucks. I started reading that menu board in advance, in preparation. I got up to the counter. Welcome to Starbucks. May I take your order, please? I said, oh, yeah. I want a cappuccino. She said, tall, grande, or venti, skinny, or regular, foam, or no foam? I said, say what? I mean, I know what tall is. I can figure out grande. We have Taco Bell there in Burlington. But venti, that's the one that had me confused. I thought tall was tall, not at Starbucks. At Starbucks, tall is short. I know what got a couple definitions for regular. Let's talk about foam for a second. I'm a professional speaker. I've been to Myrtle Beach. I've walked along that beach and I've seen foam. Never thought about eating it. I said, just give me a plain cup of coffee. I went back to my office. Now I'm barely even tasting that coffee as it's going down. And I'm thinking, I am not going to let her beat me. But I've always thought the definition of insanity is a man who tries the same thing over and over again, expecting what? Different results. Wasn't going to be that guy. So I went back to Starbucks the next day. I sat down and I listened. I listened to the experienced coffee drinkers order, the intellectuals, the professionals, the soccer moms. I made mental notes of the vocabulary and syntax, the meter and juxtaposition of phrasing. Pretty good, huh? I created this order in my head that I felt bordered on poetry. But I quickly discovered I've been listening to the wrong people. I've been listening to people on diets, health enthusiasts, joggers. Because when I got up to the counter, she said, "Welcome to Starbucks. May I take your order, please?" I said, "Oh, yeah. Give me a double skinny. Double decaf latte. No fat, no whip, no foam." She said, "You want soy?" No soy. She said, "Is there anything else?" I said, "Young lady, I'm just getting started. I want you to put that in a tall cup with a short straw. Make it extra hot. Give me one of those cute little cardboard cup holders so I don't burn my fingers." She said, "Is that all?" I said, "Just about. In addition, I'm a double skinny, double decaf latte. No fat, no whip, no foam, no soy. Tall cup, short straw, extra hot with cute little cardboard cup holder. I need a, I just gotta have a biscotti." She gave me a cup of hot skim milk and a cookie tasted just like a doggy biscuit. My brother was right. I ain't ready for Starbucks. But imagine my excitement when I saw that Burlington, North Carolina was getting a Hooters. I'm not even sure they serve coffee at Hooters. Do they, sir? Oh, I'm sure you don't know. There are certain truths in business. Many of you know what they are. I want to share a couple of them with you right now. And it's about the opportunity that young lady missed with me. One truth is that if there's a choice, people want to do business with friends. People want to buy from people whom they like. People want to buy from people whom they trust. Can you have liking without trust? Yes. They're called drinking buddies.